Hey, Hawks fans, we are back for another episode of Hawks Hangout presented by Verizon. My name is Bria Janelle, and I have two new but familiar faces, Jaylen Adams, Omari Spellman. Welcome, guys.
What up, what up?
How you doing?
How you guys feeling?
Good, how are you?
Good. So you guys are fresh out of practice, but I want to take it back to the beginning of the season. All right, so the Hawks hosted an open practice, and you guys were some of the featured talent for open practice. So give me the creative process and the backstory to how this whole routine duo went about.
I knew me and Jay had to be a duo, so I was just like, I tried to find us matching costumes, and then we just got the average Joes from Dodgeball. And then I was like, why not just do Before I Let Go? And then
we just knew the song, and yeah, it felt like it fit. It had to be something that, was a little less vulgar, but at the same time, it was just something everybody knew. So
Okay. So what is? I gotta ask this. Before I Let Go is an iconic song. What is your favorite line in the song? Before I let you.
I can't do
that. Well, look, so you guys are fresh off of All-Star break. Talk a little about the first half of the season, and really, the learning experience and what it's been like for you guys, maybe highs, lows. Let's talk about it.
Man, for me, it's been, a roller coaster, filled with ups and downs, but fun all the way through. I can't complain. I just gotta keep going, for real. And it's just, a big learning curve for me being in the position that I was in. But I'm just up to the challenge and just trying to see what comes next.
yeah, just more the same. A big learning experience for me, especially just being up and down with the G League and the regular team. Just gave me a chance to, stay fresh, get some game reps, but at the same time, just learn a lot from the vets up here and the coaching staff. So it's been a good experience for me.
And I was going to say, how did you guys spend your All-Star break? Did you make it out to Charlotte? Did you go on vacation? This is different now. You're pros.
I went home. I had to go back home one time, just see the fam. Being straight out of college, that whole pre-draft process, and just being early in the season, I haven't seen my family in a long time. So I was glad just to go home and spend some time with my family.
Nice.
Yeah, I just spent mine's, visiting family. I went to Cleveland. My little sister had a big event that I wanted to be there for, so I got to see my mom, my sister, my uncles, my cousins. And then I went to New York to visit my best friend, and then I ended up in Philly. I stopped by Villanova, and then I just spent the rest of the time with my little brother because he goes to Temple. I was a little tired when I got back to Atlanta, but I think it was worth it.
So you said Philly. I always like to ask this about food. Where is your favorite place that you have to go to get a cheesesteak? Because everybody knows somebody else has different.
People say Ishkabibbles, but Max's is way better than Ishkabibbles to me.
Okay. What do you think?
I was with Dre. He was at St. Joe's, Philly for a long time. He told me Delisandro.
I was gonna say Delisandro is what I heard.
I ain't gonna lie, it was pretty good.
Have you ever been to Max's though?
See, I ain't been to Max's.
I haven't
so
been to Max's.
Yeah.
I haven't been to Max's, but I've been to Delisandro.
Max's is the joint. Max's is the joint in Creed.
I've been to Geno's.
Max's is the joint.
But Geno's is very commercial though. You gotta think about that.
Geno's don't they use cheese sauce?
Yes, cheese sauce.
Yeah, that ain't it.
So if y'all know about the Phillies, then you know how important this conversation is. So speaking of that, Jaylen, congratulations! You signed your multi-year deal. What does it mean to you now? And that's exciting for you to now call Atlanta home. And then part two of that was, who was the first person to call and congratulate you?
It was really big for me. Just getting the news. It's a big step in my career, early in my career. So I was just thankful to the organization and the staff for believing in me and giving me a chance in these last 30 or so games. My first person to call me was one of my friends from college, my boy Zell. He just kind of hit me up when the Jaylen news was going out that he might leave, and he kind of just let me know. So I didn't even know about it, and he kind of texted me like, yo, you see this? And so one thing kind of just led to another throughout the next couple hours, and I got the news like a couple days later, so it was a good feeling.
And Mark, what does it mean for you to see him here in Atlanta and have him as a teammate now?
I've known Jay for a short period of time, but me and him have grown close. The first time I met Jay, we were working out for the Spurs. Great workout for both of us. And, just seeing him when I got to Atlanta, seeing him here, obviously just a familiar face. I was new to Atlanta, he was new to Atlanta. We ain't really know nobody, so we just kind of became close. And then, to be down in the G League with him. Like, he's been over my house. He knows my dog. Like, me and him are like as close as could be, and to see him have his dream come true, like I had my dream come true, it was just like, man, for me, it was like, yo, I couldn't be more happy for him. I texted him, you know, we out of here.
Yeah, I love it.
Like, you know, it's all love, man.
So
It's all love.
did you use the rocket emojis? Because you know when you drop an emoji, so
Take off emojis.
I love it. So now you both call Atlanta home. On an off day, where can we catch you eating at some spots that you're like, you have to go here to get fill in the blank?
I had some wings a while ago. I haven't had any wings better than, what was that?
JR Crickets.
JR Crickets. I had some wings. I haven't had better wings yet. So, and I'm a big wing guy.
Okay.
So
I was with him.
So I ain't.
It was good. Well,
That's gotta be my spot.
What's your go-to wings? Are you just a standard like hot wings? You put a.
I forgot what I got. I think I got lemon pepper. You know,
Okay.
I'm big lemon pepper right now. Dry lemon pepper.
Dry. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
It's a little different. What
Yeah.
about you, Mark?
Unpopular opinion. I do not like lemon pepper wings.
Ooh, I don't.
That's tough.
That's tough, right?
I'm a mild. I'm made with mild wings.
Okay.
That's about it, though.
Okay.
Throw some honey barbecue in there.
Okay. Get a little
garlic
spicy.
palm.
Oh, okay. Now
I'm
you
getting
really
creative,
Hawks fans, we want to encourage you guys as you guys are joining us on Hawks Hangout. If you guys have some questions, feel free to drop them in the comment for the guys. You know, feel free. Let's keep it rolling. So, Omari, recently you hosted a poetry / slam for some youth in Atlanta. Talk a little about some of the highlights of the night and really how you got into that.
First of all, it started off in college. I was an English major with a primary focus on becoming a writer. So in college, I did a lot of poetry. I had some of my poems published. Fox did a piece on my poetry. So poetry has been a part of my life for as long as I can remember. And coming into the NBA, I knew I wanted to give back to the community, and I didn't know how. And then I just thought to myself, like, why not do something centered around poetry or music or just literary arts in general. So I asked Erica, I asked so many people, Allison, can I do anything around this? And they kind of just put it in place for me. So I'm so thankful for the Hawks, the Future Foundation, Usher's Foundation, and Vox for just giving me the opportunity to put something together for these kids to express themselves and really be creative, man. The second time, it was older kids, so we had live performances available. I performed some of my poetry. Other people performed music. And for me, the environment was just it was so incredible to see these kids be so talented and be so free and loose and original. So for me, it was an amazing feeling, unbelievable feeling that, you know, I could bring this about just because of my platform. So I'm just extremely proud of what I've been able to do in the community and just want to keep going.
And I was going to say, how did you fall in love with poetry? What was that defining moment where you're like, you know what? Because, I mean, we know a lot of people that can freestyle and different things like that, but poetry requires, it's poetry in motion. You know, it's something different. So what was that defining moment for you?
Well, poetry started for me. It seems like I have to tell the story a lot nowadays, but when I was very young, 7th, 8th grade, I was just going through some things that, I probably don't want to talk about on air, but poetry was the way that I kind of got all those emotions out, whether it be angry, sad, happy, whatever the case may be. That's how I just navigated through my inner struggles and my inner demons. And I wanted to really arm kids with that weapon and going through life because things get hard and sometimes you don't know where to go, but you always have a pen and paper.
Mm-hmm. I love it. So as we, sticking with that theme of it's February, it's Black History Month, as we continue to celebrate Black History Month, can you guys share with me someone past or present who inspires you or motivates you to keep going?
Toni Morrison.
Why?
Sula, Bluest Eye, two of my favorite books. And just seeing a black author, right now for me it's just poetry or songwriting or whatever it may be, but I eventually want to be able to write a novel, and she, being as successful as she is really one of my biggest inspirations.
Okay. Jaylen, what about you?
I won't go with the, big figure, but probably just my parents. Just being that, every time I've had an issue, I've been able to go to one of them, and they've been there for me in some sort of way. And just the support that they've had for me my whole life. So, those are my role models. They've showed me how to just stay dedicated, work hard, and just help me understand that things don't come easy. So I think that they really instilled some principles for me that I kind of just carry every day, and I try to pass on to everybody else as well. So.
That's good. That's great insight. And I want to stay on the theme of Black History Month. Mr. Jaylen, you have these Black History Month. We could pan in on these. The Hyperdunk X. Talk a little about your sneaker process. We're gonna talk about some kicks and most recent pickups.
Okay. Well, these little Black History Month Hyperdunks, you got to show love to Black History Month in some way. So I got a few pairs of some Black History that I'll bring out before.
I was gonna ask you, can we see these? I mean, we got a couple games coming up back to backs.
I'll bring them out before February ends for sure.
Okay.
But my last pickup, I ain't copped a pair of J's. No, I'm lying. I copped some.
Wait a minute. We've got some tough drops.
I just copped the 6s.
Okay.
That's pretty recent. That's like last week.
Mm-hmm. Infrared 6s.
Yeah,
Black. Okay.
Red 6s. I got a pair for my pops.
Okay.
And those ones, I don't even know what they are, but they like a little off green. I seen them on Old Feet.
Yes, sir.
And I had to go get them too. So that's my last two.
All right.
I'm a big shoe fanatic. In the last 2 weeks, I picked up those green ones, the Gym Red 12s, the Equality Bronze. What else I picked
Versatile.
All right.
I picked up a lot of kicks. What else I picked up? I picked up some 10s. I don't really like them. They're real regular.
The 10s are comfortable though. I mean, that's a very comfortable shoe. So, okay. I like to call this sneaker confessions. What is the most outrageous thing that you have done for a pair of sneakers where you're like, yo, I cannot believe I just did this, and I've never told anybody that I did this?
I haven't even told anybody outside of the people that were with me. Mm-hmm. But when this was like 11th grade, it was me, my boy Phil, Phil, like two other of my boys from home, and we was outside. I think we was outside from maybe 1 in the morning to the whole morning. The shoe came out at 8, so the store opened up at 7, I think. So we was outside from literally 1 in the morning to 8 in the morning, just outside. We was putting the chairs down,
camping out for some shoes.
And I can't even remember what shoe it was. I think it was either the pink foams, or those Bread 11s. I think those was the same year. And we all was outside for a while, and then freezing too. What?
Camping out for so you camped out.
That's pretty regular.
Yeah, but still, I mean
I wouldn't do it again.
No. I got a sneaker plug now. Omari, what about you?
I haven't really done anything crazy for shoes. I think I've had some wild thoughts about what I would pay for some shoes.
Okay, well, I need to know this number.
So I wear size 16. So it's a lot of shoes that don't come in my size. So when I see heat in my size, I be like, yo. So I was on Flight Club the other day. The Blazer Off-Whites.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Tough. I really want a pair, but I looked at the price for a 16 Blazer. It was $3,700, and I thought about it. I was
wait a minute. That's
you
a
ain't
couple
there yet. You ain't there yet. I had to say nah.
Okay. What is I guess the most amount that you've ever paid for a shoe? Because every sneakerhead's got that one where you're like,
I bought those brown and red Lus for $1,400.
Okay. Well,
14.
Welcome to the league, brother. Jaylen, what about you?
I probably bought some Louis for about I think it was $1,100. It was a good day though, so.
Right. See, it is what it is.
It was a good day.
So every sneakerhead gets this question: when did you fall in love with sneakers? Or what was that sneaker where you're like, yo, I gotta have it, and that just introduced you to the sneaker game?
Go ahead. I low key remember mine. I remember my first J. I probably went to the store. I really wasn't I had shoes before this, but I think I really started taking shoes serious when the Cement 3s came out. I think that was my.
Classic.
I think that was my sophomore year of high school, and everybody was waiting in line for them, and my boy just happened to work in the store, and he said I got a size 12 the next day, so I got lucky, walked in, and I bought those, and he had some other. It was buy one get one half
Oh,
off.
yeah,
I got like 2 pair that day, and I was up. But from there, the cement threes, like that was the first shoe that I really remember. Like, okay, I'm gonna keep this forever.
Okay.
I think for me, I was always like envious of shoes. Like I always wanted to have like these shoes or those shoes, but like I never like had like the financial means to get any of them. So like I think for me, like when I got to college and obviously when I was in the NBA, like I was able to get the shoes that I wanted. So it was like, you can ask anybody, like that's probably my biggest weakness or my vice is shoes. So like I just get what I want,
Like
but I don't really. I'm real frugal on everything else.
Right. I see. I'm the same way. I'm like, I love sneakers, and I just got the Vandals that came out. So I was like, you gotta, pick
Might as
some,
well.
pick
Know what I'm
it up. You
saying?
only live once, right? So
Like, I paid
we're gonna take a couple
whatever
questions
for
from
shoes.
from social
Fashion
media.
Nova on the body,
right.
Fashion Nova men on the body, though.
Shameless plug. So we're gonna take a couple of questions from social media. This one comes from Jacob Theodore. Jaylen, this is for you. How does it feel to play with Dre, who you played against in college?
Well, first it was, me and Dre, we weren't great friends in college just because of we shared a real rivalry in college. So coming here and just actually meeting him and getting to know the person that he really is, it's a good feeling, just to have that familiar face around and we support each other just knowing that, we've kind of been through some of the same things college-wise, college basketball-wise. So it's definitely good to have, another A10 guy and another successful guy at the A10. So
I love it. So this one comes from David on social. Omari, this is for you. He said, thoughts on Villanueva this season, and do you miss college?
We're playing well. Few bumps in the road. Lost to Penn, lost to Furman.
Man.
Tough L's. Tough L's.
Shout out my boy Booth.
Yeah, but I think they're trending in the right direction. And do I miss college? Sometimes, just because being an adult is hard. But
Welcome to the real world.
but I can't complain, man. I get to play the game that I love, do what I love every day, and get paid for doing it. So, yes and no.
And buy more sneakers, right?
Amen.
Works out. There we go. So this one is from Goldie Drew, and I like this one because I saw you guys shooting earlier today, right? So y'all had a friendly battle going on. Who would win in one-on-one between the two of you?
See, that's different.
I gotta tell the truth.
shooting.
Okay,
Yeah,
tell
listen,
the truth.
I'ma let him
Wait.
tell the
Tell the
story.
truth.
I'ma let
Okay,
him tell
okay.
Me and Jay have played one-on-one on a few occasions. I'm ashamed to say this, but I've never won.
Really?
Never won.
My one-on-one series.
Okay, what is your best finishing move in a one-on-one game? I mean,
Step off.
what your ones look like? I gotta ask that.
Side step. A little side step to the right and just let it go.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
It be close.
Nah, it definitely be close. And
I haven't gotten a definitive dub.
So here's another one. This one comes from Chase. Chase says, "What is it like being young players on such a young team on your way up?"
They be torching us.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Got my car popcorned. Came out of practice one day. My clothes was in the shower.
Ooh.
What else they do?
I kind of caught the light.
Oh yeah, they moved. He's lucky because like they moved our car, like they hit our cars.
Cars for sure.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
What are your rookie duties? Because everybody.
Donuts.
Okay.
You gotta keep the
Carry
pink
that pink
bag on
bag.
us.
Well, where are your pink bags now? I mean, we
In
know.
the locker room.
Oh, okay. All right. We're not gonna tell the vets about it though.
What else we gotta do? Just donuts. We gotta bring stuff to them to the plane.
Basically whatever
I got
they
the
need.
job of I gotta bring for like if we're going on a long road trip. I gotta bring enough cards for the whole road trip, so it's a fresh pack every time. Just stuff like that.
Smoothies. Go
Yeah.
go grab
We
me a
gotta-
towel.
You know what
like-
I'm saying? We gotta keep like lotion and stuff in our bags so when they get out the shower.
It's not that bad because we got a pretty young team.
Right.
So
Yeah, it's not that bad.
they
but,
don't do us
early,
crazy.
like, they was tagging us.
So we're in Atlanta. Okay, I gotta talk about music. Who's on your game day playlist right now? Who's some artists that you think we should put on our radars that we may not know about?
She may
Okay.
not know about No
Mhm.
Name Gypsy.
Okay, no name Gypsy.
A lot of people not hip to her.
Okay,
She's killing it, in my opinion.
That's super underground.
right.
I don't know. Who
You
she
know,
is.
I don't know.
tough.
Well, we're gonna look it up though. No name
Telling
Gypsy.
you.
Okay,
Well, she goes by just No Name now, but it was No Name Gypsy.
okay.
Yeah,
What about you, Jaylen?
the playlist, a lot of Meek on there,
Mhm.
a lot of Lil Baby. Little shout out to the A.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah.
A
Okay,
lot of
favorite
Lil-
little baby song right now.
Right now,
Time.
probably either Time. Yeah, probably the Time with on his last album,
Okay.
or that
Shit up and I
that
went
Dreams to
glow.
Reality
Ooh.
on there too.
Mhm.
He talking on there, but yeah, it's like I said, a lot of Meek, a lot of Lil Baby, a lot of Gunna on there. 21. So I got a lot of Atlanta on my
Herbo.
playlist. G Herbo. I feel like G Herbo could be my underground. So
Okay.
like people gotta get hip to her.
So before we let you guys go, 3 things. If you could only take 3 things from your house on a road trip for the rest of your basketball career, what would they be and why?
3 things. Is like what? What are we
Anything,
going on a
so it
road
could
trip
be-
for? We going?
I mean, for the rest of your life, you can only take 3 things. So it could be a road trip for the rest of your basketball career.
all right,
So this, like these 3 things have to be with you at all times.
my
From your
phone,
house. Okay.
for sure.
Uh-huh.
Did the phone just count as that's
That's
on
what
your
I'm saying. Does
person?
that count already?
No,
That-
from your house. Yeah. So I mean, you can
So
say
my
your
phone's
phone.
on my
So
person.
okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So we'll say
Alright.
nice.
So you gonna have your phone per period? I mean,
Yeah, from the house, I probably need the Xbox. I need the Xbox, a pack of Uncrustables,
Okay.
big
So,
box,
Uncrustables.
big box, and
That's 3. That's Xbox, phone, Uncrustables.
not a phone.
my
don't
bed
count.
pad.
The bed pad.
My bed
Okay,
pad.
we'll
So
give
I
you 3
gotta
and a half.
go. I gotta go with the Nintendo Switch. I'm a Super Smash Bros. Fiend.
For sure.
Gotta take Millie, my dog,
Alright.
for sure. And then that's rough. 3rd thing. Gotta take the iPad because the iPad is what I be watching Game of Thrones on. So yeah,
Okay.
Game of Thrones,
Little
Super
Thrones,
Smash
shout out.
Bros, and my dog. I'll be alright.
So as we close, you guys are young guys on a young team, obviously on the way up. What is some advice that you would give to those youngsters that are like, I want to be a professional one day and make it in this league?
Don't rush it. Cause like when you get here, you can't go back. So like, just don't rush it. And if you're gonna make the decision to go to the NBA, make sure you are 100% ready for that. Because if not, the transition to being an NBA player is gonna be a lot harder than you thought it was.
Mine would probably just be, keep your head down, keep your blinders on, stay in your lane, and just work hard. You can't worry about what's going on around you and what other people are doing. As long as you're doing what you're supposed to do, then good things will happen.
There we go. Just like that, good things will happen, ladies and gentlemen. This is another episode of Hawks Hangout presented by Verizon. My name is Bria Janelle alongside Omari Spellman, Jaylen Adams. And until next time, we are signing out.
Double.